So we're going to start with the left side, which is the west. And this is water and intuition. And this is also an angular house. It's your first, and this is going to be expressed as your inner self. And then we're going to move across to the east, which is air. And this is your external self. And then we're going to move to the bottom of the cross, and this is fire, and this is your personal your personal space. And then we're going to move on top, and this is your public space. So I want to say personal life, public life, inner self, and external self. Okay, so Pisces, what I'm sensing for your cross is there is your inner world is as if there's some sort of uncertainty you're feeling internally. And what it is there's some sort of stubbornness going on where you're not really sure which direction to move towards. There's a lot of, I want to say there's a lot of like fixed energy regarding your inner self. So there's this need to almost get out of your comfort zone. I'm sensing that there's this, there's some sort of boundary that's set up around you. You have put this mental boundary, this mental, it's like a wall around you, and there's this need to, it's almost this precautionary energy where you're very cautious of who to let in right now. And I'm seeing this, and because this card is in reverse, this is why you're just unsure of who to let in right now, or just what energy to let in right now. You're very guarded, okay? And this is what's going on within, basically. And there's this need, I'm sensing there's this need to budge. You need to kind of, it's almost, you need to kind of get out of your own way. It's like you're waiting for a decision to be made for you, almost. And it's almost like there's just this uncertainty of which direction to go in, is what I'm sensing. And I'm feeling the need to tell you internally, there's just some sort of stripping down where you just need to kind of let go of some things. There's some stuff that's fixed you're fixated on, that you've been holding on to, and you kind of just need to let go of that in order to have some sort of release. And this is going on internally. So feeling like there's some sort of purification that needs to happen. Because it's West and it's water and intuition, there's some sort of purification. You need to, I don't know, you just need to shake things up a bit. You need to get out of your comfort zone, is what I'm sensing. Okay? And, yeah. Maybe baptized. And so externally, your external self, which is basically kind of just your connection with other people and outside of yourself, Pisces, we have like, I'm sensing that there's not really, and this is why with you, Pisces, you're feeling as if you need to kind of keep to yourself and have this wall, these boundaries up, and this fixed energy, even if it creates stagnancy, because you're just unsure right now, because people are showing you an unreliable, unstable side to them, and you're just looking for somebody or something. You're looking for an energy that is just mature, that can kind of help cultivate, kind of balance you out, because you're not really, you need help with decisions. Okay? You need help. And it's almost like externally, the general energy is you're not really kind of trusting any external vibe energy, whether it's from people, whether it's just from your senses. There's just this instability regarding your external self. So regarding externally others, they're showing you something that you just don't feel that you can trust, and that's why you're kind of just held back in allowing for the world the way you want to see your world, the way you want to see your life, the way you want to live your life. You're kind of holding back on relying on others to help you with it. You just don't you don't feel that there's some stability behind, or any kind of a genuine, it doesn't feel very nurturing, to say the least, okay? So with that being on the east side with air, I feel like there's a lot of communication that is just not, I think communication is the problem. Yeah. Because it's dealing with air, there's some sort of like mental disconnect. There's not really a coming together of the minds. There's no communication. If there's communication, it's very strange, and it's not really making you feel confident about the world that you want to see around you. Okay? That's why it's like you're almost just wanting to just deal with what you got going on until you're able to slowly just bring into or change your world for the better. So at the bottom of the cross, in your personal space, we have the Lovers. So I want to say, Pisces, that down here, it's almost like you have this idea of the love that you want manifested within the home, but it's very changeable. This feeling of I think what it is there's just this really strong desire to have some sort of union within your personal space. It's like, I feel like with this card down here, this is something very passionate and it's a strong desire. So this is also what's going to ground you. I feel like there's something missing. There's something very much missing within your personal space. It's almost like you're having to be the husband and the wife to yourself. You're having to be like you're having to fill in the void of union yourself. So it's almost like you have to be the lover to yourself right now in your personal space. And everything is pointing down to that. And you have this strong desire to want to cultivate some sort of union, love, and it's going to really bring into balance, and it's going to help almost just kind of put the other pieces of the puzzle together in order to kind of flip your world back upright. But there's some sort of funky energy going on with others as far as whether you can trust or not, or is there any stability regarding or not. You're just very cautious, and you don't really have any time or energy to waste. So it's like, I feel like, personally in your private, down at the bottom of the cross, this strong this fire, this passion, you're filling the void yourself right now. But there's an emphasis on union, a connection, a coming together with another energetic combination. And yeah, I think it's about creation. I think it's something, you want to create something with someone else. Yes. So here at the top of the cross, we have Earth, and with this card, this is not a typical card from the Rider-Waite Tarot. It's actually two of the off cards that are an illustration from this author's Pixie deck. However, what I'm sensing from the card is It's almost like you're ready for someone to grow old with. That's going to ground you, Pisces. I mean, from what I am seeing from the card, there is this wealth of knowledge you've already accumulated, and you're wanting to tap into it, cultivate it, and you're wanting to create with others. And right now, that's kind of like you're seeing what's going on, what is the outside world presenting to you, whether you can drop your walls. This is basically, your whole cross is telling me that you've basically been guarded, and you have this fixed energy and this stagnation going on within because you don't want to waste your time and energy, because you already know what you have going on, what you have to, where you're trying to go, what you have to offer, and what it is that you want to, what kind of reality you want, as far as what your life, what your life entails, and what you've had already. And you're like at this standstill, and you're kind of just sitting back and watching what's going on outside of you, and people aren't really showing you that there's any like groundedness, stability, anything to create with, because you're looking down here for a union. That's what you desire. You want to create with somebody. I'm just going to be straight out and tell you, okay, that there's a partnership that you want union, you want to grow old with somebody that you can create with and have a nice life, you know, and that involves everything you can do with a partner. And yeah, and basically, I mean, the only card that is upright is the Lovers, and everything else points to it. And the Lovers is at the bottom in your bottom of the cross where fire is, and it's very what you're passionate and desire about, that is just burning you, that is keeping you warm and keeping you going. It's the thought of having this union which is keeping you going, okay? But what is going to ground you is having someone to grow old with. And like I said, you're just kind of just sitting back and just watching what the outside world is showing you, and you're going off that. So that's what I'm seeing from the tarot. Now on to the Bible Oracle to tie in this read, and we'll see, we'll get some further insight from our beloved Bible and the tarot together. Okay, 2 cards.